And now for our next guest, you know you've been waiting for, Pepper. Oh, nay! Thanks for coming on our show, Pepper.
Thanks for having me, Brad. Honey.
We're so glad to have you. It's good to see you. You've been off the menu for so long now. How are you?
Well enough, I guess. I've done better, but for now, I'm well done.
I'm just going to cut to the core and spit out the question that's been on everyone's mind.
Yes, well, the whole thing is so embarrassing. I think everyone has seen the tape by now. I was just trying to do the same performance as from my video, Delicious, but we couldn't get the same dancers. They worked hard, but honestly, weren't as gifted as the first batch. There's this part, it goes all instrumental, and I do this twirl.
That's my favorite part of the video.
Thank you. Well, one of the dancers stepped on my casing, and it just ripped right off me. Really, these new dancers have a lot of trouble. Not like those tasty morsels.
And what do you say to those who think the whole thing was cooked up by your label, just a publicity stunt? After all, the stage production and the video had several key ingredients that were different.
Well, of course they're going to be a little different. For one thing, they couldn't put a giant oven on stage, not to mention the fire hazards and liability. That's what they told me. I mean, I wanted to do the refrigeration, drive-through, and everything. They said it wasn't practical. The whole thing has just been an ordeal. You wouldn't believe some of the things people have called me. And the mail? I can't go out in public anymore. I just want the world to know that it was entirely an accident, and I want to apologize to anyone who was offended. I just feel burned by the whole experience.
You know what upsets me, Brad? I just can't seem to lose these last few pounds. Whenever I visit the tropics, they just seem to melt off me. But here, I always stay the same.
Oh, shush. You look good enough to eat. And now for our next guest.